afternoon, good morning. It's really great to be here today. Now, welcome to Lapis Lazuli. I always say that Jesus is our firm foundation, and I'm always so encouraged to come here. First of all, at the Lapis table to just listen to testimony. You know, as we've always said, when we have people share their lives, it's always so reviving. It revives our souls. I think for me, it just revives my soul when I hear what God is doing. So today, we have a very special people. We're going to be sharing from their lives. And these are people I've known for some time. I'm saying people because there are two people. I'll just introduce you in a short while to who they are. But one of the things that has really convicted me about them is just how faithful they are. You know, how much they kept going no matter the challenge. You know, they faced so much challenge, guys. I think for me, when I listen, every time I just listen as to this story, I am always just so convicted. But as I'm sharing, just to see how their love for God, their faithfulness, and the way God has kept coming through their lives. So welcome, and I'm going to introduce them. Actually, I don't want to introduce them so that I don't take the thunder. Let me just take you to them so that they can be able to introduce themselves.
Hi everyone, my name is Elizabeth Mulefu. I'm a mother of two, Shelvin and Xavier Barak. I do sales and marketing for Kimfe East Africa. I'm so grateful to just share something that will help most of you. First of all, my sharing is about my firstborn son, who is Shelvin Achevi. He's been battling with a heart disease.
Yes, Shelvin.
Hi, my name is Shevin and Liz. I'm a student at KC University. I'm studying IT. I've come to share about things that I've been going through in life, and I hope it may encourage you guys.
Amen. Thank you. So, Shelvin and Liz,
Yes.
thank you so much that you could accept to share this testimony. Because, as we are saying, when we share our testimony, it's able to give somebody strength somewhere. And I know, as I was sharing earlier, I've seen you go through so much. You know, so today, as you're here, you are going to be sharing with us some of those things that you've gone through. You know, especially as a mother and a son, you know, knowing this has been a challenging time. So maybe, Liz, we can start from there. And I'm happy today I have a namesake.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe for you, maybe you can tell us what has been this challenge and where did it all begin?
Okay, the challenge began when I gave birth to my son, Shelvin. That was in 2000. So when I came back to Nairobi, I was staying with my sister, who was a very loving lady, and so up to this time, she refers to him as the firstborn.
Oh.
So I really love her because of her.
Yeah.
I had to get to know what is happening to my son. As in now, we had to, after staying with her for some 6 months, she noticed something unusual to a baby. That is, my son, when he was crying, he could not produce a very high sound. So before people noticed that he's crying, it was too late. He has cried until it's on. So she told me there is something I've discovered with Shelvin, and that is when you carry her, his heart beats so fast, and then he cries so low. But he said maybe she had never given birth.
Yeah.
I gave birth before her. So she was like, these ones need the medics. But before that, she had to go and share with her friend who just told her it's okay for the child to be taken for medication, but first of all, don't go for private, just go straight to Kenyatta to be booked.
Yeah.
So that the doctors there can be able to know what's happening with the boy.
Wow.
So I took the initiative of going to Kenyatta. We were booked in, And for the first time, the doctors told us that because the history is important, I had to be admitted. So that day, I didn't go back home. I was admitted, and we really took long with the doctor going through my history. If the disease, because they were doing some tests on his heart. They did ECG, echo, and also they decided that because of those two, they had to do so numerous tests. So before that, I was told just be ready for any results. So the following day, the doctor came in with the results, and unfortunately, he told me that your baby is suffering from heart disease. But it's a bit challenging because he had a hole in the heart. So
just a minute. So you've taken him to hospital. It's been this tough, you have to go through several tests. The baby has to go through several tests. How old is the baby this time?
The baby was now 1 year.
1 year. So you've taken him to Kenyatta, and now they're saying he has a heart condition.
Yes.
Wow. What does that mean for a mom? I'm trying to imagine what you have your 1 year old baby.
Yeah.
And now he has a heart condition.
To me, that news really made me feel like I don't know what to do, because number one, I'm being housed by my sister. The father left me. Now I'm there like, hey, I've just come to at least to shield in my sister's house, and now these are the problems also I'm bringing for my sister. I was left there crying dearly because I've struggled with this carrying pregnancy is not easy. Up to 9 months you give birth, and you are told it is a serious thing. So, but the doctor there was a very nice lady. Since before I was like becoming so mad or just making myself like it's over. She had to guide me, she had to counsel me, she had to tell me that if I take the precautions and the medication for the child, there is nothing that will affect the child.
Wow. So he's 1 year, so now you've been told he now has to be on medication.
Yes.
So that means you have to be taking him to clinic every single, is it month? Every month you have to keep going for clinic,
Yeah.
So were they saying that they can do an operation? Like, what were the options apart from just the medication?
For the operation, I was told it was not possible because the doctor told me like his condition in layman's language is called the blue baby. So blue babies, they're being treated like very, very, they're treated like those people who just take precautions not to harm them. Maybe medication that will help him just grow, but open heart surgery, it was a no-no for them.
Oh.
Yeah, at that particular age. Yeah.
So so you're saying blue baby, it means?
It means they told me that blue babies are those babies who are born with their holes didn't develop. You see, they didn't close, all of them. So you see, when you give birth and then the baby, the holes has to be closed. But now here is a situation whereby my son's heart, at the time I was delivering him, he didn't, when the children cry, they cry so that those hearts, the holes close.
Yeah, when they cry, it opens and then it closes.
But for him, he didn't cry that time.
Yes.
So I didn't notice.
Yeah.
And I was very young at that time. So it was also, I didn't know much. So I was just told this is what is happening. Until now, when I started taking the child to the clinics and learning more on how to take care of the baby.
Wow. So Shevin, How was it for you? At what point, at what age do you remember knowing that I have a hole in the head, and what did that mean?
I was like 6 years old.
You were 6 years old.
Yeah. So that's when it hit me that I have a problem.
Yeah.
Because I kept going to the hospital.
Yeah, so
Now
every
then.
month, you're being taken to hospital, so you're wondering,
Yes.
all this medicine, all these trips to the hospital, how was that? Like, what happened that made you feel like, hey, there is a problem? Or what did that make you feel?
I remember when there was a time I went to the hospital. I asked the doctor, is this problem permanent or you can do something about it? Then she said that it is not permanent, but it is we can control it, but we cannot go past some certain levels. Certain levels meaning that we cannot operate on you and give you a transplant, because it is in the whole body, not just the heart alone. It affects the whole body. So if you remove one block, another block will be affected. So that's what happened. So I just went with what she said, and I accepted.
Yeah. So he said, the doctor, if I'm hearing you right, said there is nothing we can do. Like, we can't heal this condition. That's what he said. And so we'll just manage, like, Wow, that is, I'm trying to think, that is very, like, so well that, man, I'm not going to get well. How did that make you feel? What was going on in your mind at that point? Like, I'm trying to put myself in that shoe. Someone tells me that this one, you can't get well. Were you together?
Yeah, we were together. At that time, you were like, this is the time when my son needs me, because unlike now, he knows.
Yeah.
He already knows the truth.
Yeah, he's been told.
Yeah, he's been told the truth. The only thing you are supposed to assist him is to just give him, you counsel him to make sure he doesn't seem like he's sick. The way the doctor says, just make Shevin to be like the other person.
Yes.
He will go far. Yeah, he will go far. Yeah.
Yeah, like now just to stay positive.
Yeah, stay positive.
Yeah.
Let him do things that others are doing. Not to overdo, but let him do. Yes.
I like that. But Shevin, was that easy for you to hear that?
It wasn't easy.
Yeah.
Because it meant that some things I will be hindered.
Yeah.
To doing, but without me telling someone that I'm sick, they cannot know that I'm sick.
Yeah.
So that gave me a +1.
Yeah.
That if you're not that close to me,
you won't know.
I won't know. I won't tell you.
Yeah.
It gave me some security. Yes. Because it's not physical. It's not physical outside.
Yeah.
I'm saying I'm okay, but inside I'm not well.
Yeah.
So I can be having headaches, or there's difficulty in breathing.
Maybe even before you get to breathing, because I really want you to actually share that.
Yeah.
What I wanted to ask first is, so this you're around 6 years at that age. So did they tell you, because I think earlier when we were talking, you were saying that they told you he won't get to a certain age.
Yeah. I remember the time I went back to, it was the clinic.
Yeah.
And the doctor there told me, you need to go to another panel of doctors. They want to see you. So I left my son with my sister and went there. And reaching there, they just told, Mom, this journey we've been going through with you, but now as much as we know, we should just tell you the truth for you to be prepared psychologically, in that don't shiver, but at this particular time, your son after 10 years, we can't promise anything. that news really broke me down, because I've struggled from day one.
Yeah.
Never missed any tests, never missed any clinics, and then these are people telling me that, oh, now this is the thing, this is what we've concluded. Your child might survive or might not survive. So
after 10 years,
after
his
10
like his
years,
time, 10
yeah,
years.
after
And now-
10,
yeah.
in case it becomes severe,
Yeah.
we will just tell you to wait for God to take him. And I
Wow.
was like, that news really, I was still young, I cried, I remember crying in that, I remember crying in that hospital, like, hey, no, this can't be happening to me, because for me crying, I was feeling bitter, because I was saying, God, why me? Because I remember the father, the grandmother telling the dad that, no, that child is suffering from a disease that we don't have that disease in our community, so it is not part of us. And now even their own people have neglected the son. Me, it's only my parents who gave me hope. My father used to, when after my sister heard that I wasn't controlled in there, she came and told me, now let's go home, we'll talk about it. So everybody, my relatives, they called me, they talked to me, and also the doctor at Aga Khan hospital was a good friend of my brother-in-law. The one who came to talk to me and told me, we can change the hospital. Maybe that dog is just tired, or he thought maybe, sometimes we used to maybe lack funds, we go there, we try like getting someone to assist. So they were like, these kids, instead of them wasting time, or they might want some cash to go to India, of which it will be a waste of money, let us just tell them this. And at that particular time when I changed the hospital, God gave me hope.
Wow.
Yes.
Hey, as you're speaking, I'm thinking how people should not take the life of a person in their hands.
Yes.
It's God who decides.
Yeah.
Because if they said that Shevin will not, after 10 years he won't make it, I think for me, I'm looking at him and I'm like, it's God who determines. It's not a man. It's not a human being.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think, even as you're sharing with so much pain, what that meant or how that made you feel, hearing that, gosh, this is actually like what you're doing is not going to work. That is so discouraging. But I really also like the fact that you're saying, I didn't give up.
Yes.
This is what they said, but I didn't give up. I kept going, I kept going. I kept talking to someone who can help me. I talked to other doctors who could be able to help me, So I think for me that is very, very encouraging, So you keep going, you go, and then you meet the other doctors. And how is it now, Shevin, even as you're continuing with this journey?
Yeah, right now it's much better because I'm actually in the stage whereby I can take care of myself, but not that much. Because in the past, every little thing I had to be taken care of, to be done for per se. So everything right now it's somehow perfect. Yeah.
No, so now that is encouraging.
Yeah.
We'll come there. Now, before we get there, what were some of the challenges? So like now, because as you're sharing, you're now taking us through, you've discovered that there is a hole in the heart. And according to what the doctors are saying, it seems like it's something you have to live with. So what are some of the things, the pain, was there pain, like what are the things that you're going through in the body? Any sign, anything that is telling you that, hey, you're not well, Shevin?
Yeah, so I used to have a lot of nose bleeding.
Nose bleeding?
Yeah, mostly in the after school.
So in the evening when you come home, you nose bleed?
And every first of January, every year I used to nose bleed.
What?
I was when we just came out of church,
Yeah.
so you know you have keshad, then in the morning people are sleeping, then you find yourself, I was bleeding. So it was every 1st of January,
Wow.
and it kept on going for like a week.
Wow.
Then
Also, you'd been bleeding for like a week.
yes,
What?
And it's so much.
That's a lot of blood.
Yeah.
Wow.
then there's the headaches, which never end.
So you have headache, like.
Mad headache. Like even when you're reading,
Yeah.
you just start feeling some headaches. There's that panic when mtu amekushtua.
Yeah.
My heart beats very fast, and to control it, it is usually hard.
Like when you panic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
When
it's
it's
the
panic.
heart pumps.
Yeah, like maybe
Yeah.
he's doing something, or maybe I cannot say, Shevin, what are you? You've
Yes.
already triggered his
The heart.
So to come back, like unajua lazima
Yes.
it takes a long time
Wow.
for him to come to control it, and it's painful because ameshtuka.
Yeah.
Sasa anasikia uchungu.
So unasikia
Yeah.
uchungu wapi kwa heart. Wow.
Then just physical appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah. You like have red eyes.
So sometimes your eyes become red.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your veins
Yes.
are visible.
Yeah.
You have purple lips and tongue,
Yeah.
and your hands are pale.
Your hands are pale.
Yeah. So
And this is because of lack of blood.
lack of oxygen. There's blood, but there's no oxygen in the blood. So there's oxygen, but instead of going to the right places, the deoxygenated blood mixes with the oxygenated blood. So it's all of it is dirty. So the parts where blue blood is supposed to go, it's the red blood. So that is the deoxygenated blood. It goes back to the body. It goes back to the lungs, everywhere.
So the way actually, now this is very important. So because if you don't have a hole in the heart, the heart pumps oxygen on the blood.
So the blood goes to the lungs.
To the lungs.
It is oxygenated.
Yes.
Comes back to the heart. Goes to the body.
Yes.
So
that's the normal. What
that's
happens?
the normal body. But my body, the blood goes to the lungs.
Yes.
It comes back when it is oxygenated.
Yeah.
The one that is supposed to be deoxygenated, it finds the hole.
Oh.
So that hole.
Yes.
There's that mixed.
Because there is blood that is coming to the heart, that there is the one that is supposed to be going out of the heart. So they mix.
They mix.
Yes, I hear you. So that now it all becomes deoxygenated, and now that's what goes to the
body. Yeah.
Now without being oxygenated.
Yeah. Also the parts that suffer the most are the kidneys. Because they have already washed, then they are finding they've been given another dirty blood.
Yes.
So it's kind of confusing.
Wow.
So your blood, you people, a normal person has 100% oxygen intake. Mine is 78%.
Mine is 78%.
Mine.
Yours is 78%.
Yes, that goes to the body.
Yeah.
And someone with COVID has 52. Yes, so they need a lot of oxygen. They need that mask.
That's why they are put for the oxygen.
So when I run, my body has that oxygen debt. So it needs more oxygen, and then there's no oxygen.
Yeah.
So instead of 78, it goes to 60. So I'm like someone with COVID, but yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I get tired a lot.
Yes.
So when it is at that 60% level, I need to go back to hospital. They remove the dirty blood, they dilute it, then they bring it to my body. The process is supposed to last me 3 months.
Yeah.
But sometimes it lasts only two months. Then I'm done with the process again. It's called venesection.
Venesection.
Yes.
So so every 3 months you need to do a venesection.
Yes.
Yeah.
But God willing,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be 3 months.
Yeah.
Maybe 4 months.
It
or
can
6
keep
months.
extending.
Yeah. But when I have more problems, like maybe I have stress, or I'm stressed about my paper or something, it goes up. The hemoglobin levels go up, and so that's why I'm always told if something is bothering you, you share, or you try and leave it. You'll do it later.
Yeah. So that you don't accommodate too much stress.
Yes.
It has a way of like now affecting the body. Wow, I feel like I'm in a class learning.
Yeah.
One, I'm even thinking of how the organs are connected. I think as you're speaking, I'm thinking the kidneys, there is the liver, there is the heart. So if one of them is affected, it affects the whole person.
Yes.
And yet it's so easy for us to take these things for granted. We don't even think that, wow, my heart is fine, or my kidneys and all that. So I think for me, I'm really appreciating even as you're sharing this, because many of us, I'm sure we don't know this.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate. So now, take me through this. So for you, at some point now you realize, or as the doctors kept treating you, now they go to a point that they realize after every 3 months, there needs to be, it's like someone who does dialysis.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for you, for the heart, it's called, you said it's called venesection. Yeah. So it's like cleaning is it cleaning or
Cleaning the blood.
the blood?
Yeah.
So what is that process like? So they take you.
You go in for like 5 to 9 hours.
5 to 9 hours.
Yes. You are dressed. They put some iodine where at the place where it's supposed to be done. Maybe
So they put it through the hand.
my situation is for the leg here, because up until a lot of veins go through.
Yeah.
So the bigger the veins, they'll pass through here. Zinatumika hapa. You can't do a transplant of my heart.
Yeah.
Because if they do a transplant of the heart, the lungs will fail. So you see, it's like blocks.
Yeah.
If you remove one, the other one will fail. And when they focus on the lungs, something else will be. So that is why I cannot go for a
Heart
transplant.
So you can't do a transplant. That one
So what they do
Yeah.
is just regulate my hemoglobin levels.
Yeah.
Whereby they put the pipes
Yeah.
here. There's some fluid they insert, like 5-10 liters. It is a mixture of something, but it is colorless. So there's that. They monitor you for like 2 or 3 hours. Then you are done.
That time you're awake or?
First two,
Yeah.
I was asleep. But the other ones, I was given local anesthesia. Local anesthesia is one that it is easy for you to see what is happening, so that you understand, and also it's easy for you to wake up and say, I am feeling some pain somewhere,
Oh, yeah, in case there is some.
So ukianza kusikia uchungu, it means the anesthesia imeisha. So anaongeza.
Yeah.
So the first 3 syringes zinadungwa, they are for the anesthesia. Then the rest, it's like the leg is theirs now, but the whole body you can feel it, the leg you can't feel it, or the hand, which recently they did for me, the hand and the leg, because it was a lot, the hemoglobin levels were a lot, so they had to do it twice, but right now I'm much better.
Wow. Hey, Shevin, you are strong.
Yes.
I think as you're sharing, I'm thinking you are so strong. You have an inner strength that is just amazing. As I'm listening to you, I'm just so convicted by all these processes that are so complicated in our mind. So I'm really grateful that you can share this with us and give us even strength and even teachers to be grateful, you know, because some of us, we complain for things that honestly, as I'm listening to you, I'm just thinking we should not even be grateful.
Yeah, yes.
Wow.
True.
Wow. Wow. So you're saying this process you do after every 4 months.
Yes.
So you've done this from how long have you done this?
I've been a section. I've been going to it for like
2 years.
It's now been 2 years.
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah. You remember the one you went when you were in Form 3?
Yeah.
Form 4?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, 2 years.
2 years.
Roughly. Yeah.
It's been 2 years. So every 4 months you go. Sometimes you go even like after 2 months.
Yeah.
You go.
But
Because-
there is a time after going,
Yeah.
I think he was just composed.
Yeah.
I really prayed that year.
Yeah.
I remember telling him,
Yeah.
hey Shevin, Mungu anakupenda, this year I've not gone to Mata. A whole year. I didn't go to Mata. Even the time for COVID. Remember? I was just praying. And you know those days, no hospital, nothing. We were just there asking ourselves, God, let your will be done. Because right now, kuna curfew.
Yeah.
Right now, people who are very taken care of are the ones for COVID.
Yeah. Yes.
The time
yeah.
COVID
Those
was
that
in
that was the
2020.
priority.
2020.
Yeah.
So it was like, God, give us strength.
Yeah.
And after the one, it was before April,
Yeah.
before COVID ilikuwa imeshika kabisa. That is the only time Shevin went to hospital. Na akakaa. Yeah, alienda sasa after president had alikuwa amefungua nchi. Yes.
Wow. Hey. So now, have you ever done any operation? Have you ever been done for any operation?
Not really.
Yeah, because actually they said they can't do it because of now the sensitivity of the heart. Yeah, yeah. So mostly now it's this. Yeah. Now, I wanted to also ask, what are some of the challenges? I'm trying now to imagine, because you've gone through, you go to 10 years. Actually, I wanted to even hear. Now you get to 10 years, and God still continues sustaining you, you know, and now you still, continue. Now you are a teenager. I'm trying to imagine, what are some of the challenges that you face now with this condition or with this situation that you've been that you have?
The challenges are quite a lot because mostly at school.
Yeah. Like now when you're in high school.
Yes.
Yeah.
First it was in primary. We couldn't go to major events like trips because people were going to trips that were in areas that are really cold and are really warm.
Yeah. Like
So
you can't
I
have
couldn't-
too hot
Yeah.
or too cold. You have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I couldn't go to trips. I couldn't go to field events whereby there is sports.
Yeah.
There is those running.
Yeah.
So it was a struggle.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to imagine now you feel like you'd like to do it,
Yeah.
but you know again that you can't do it.
Yes.
So that is that must be challenging.
Yeah. First forward to high school, we went to Mount Longonot. I also went there, but I was told not to get out of the car because also the teacher knew my problem, so he told me that I'll just wait for them. So I waited for those people to go. They climbed the mountain, then they came back, they came to tell me stories.
Yeah.
And I was like, why did I even come to this? Yes. So
Yeah.
that was a challenge.
Yeah, that is you feel like you're left out in something that you would have wished at your age at that point to be experiencing.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a huge challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and also in high school, there are things people do.
Yeah.
Maybe the teacher just says, I want 6 boys to come bring this desk to me.
Yeah.
Then when people go, almost half of the class has gone, then you can't go, and then they start saying that you're pretending, then you're spoiled, like that. So it really messed with my self-esteem. Yes.
Yeah, it affects you Yeah, your self-esteem. Yeah, feel like I'm not able to do some things.
Yeah.
Mm.
But that was in Form 1, Form 2.
Mm-hmm.
But in the later years,
Mm-hmm.
I just grew to accept,
Yeah.
because even if they say, even if they don't say, it's my life. So
And you're the only one who know
yes.
what you're going through. You know, some of them, they have no idea it's true.
Yeah.
So how did you work on your self-esteem? I think that's a good thing, because I know there could be someone watching, and right now, even as you're speaking, their self-esteem is completely down. Maybe not even because of like the same challenge. It could be something else. Yeah. So maybe how did you get to a point that you felt like, you know?
Because I was a really shy person. I was very shy. I couldn't even speak in public. The person that made my self-esteem go a bit high was my history teacher. He chose me to be a prefect for the library.
Wow.
So you see, there's that time that every Monday and Friday, there's the raising of the flag. So a prefect has to speak. So
you had your chance to share.
So
yeah.
So when it came to my turn, I used to speak to the parade. I used to, even when it was on my duty, my week, I used to like tell people, you can do this, do this. You know, it raises my self-esteem. So that teacher really helped me. And right now I can freely share about what I'm going through. I can tell someone that this something made me feel this way. I did not like this. I like this. So that shyness level went down a bit. So he helped me quite a lot.
And it's amazing even to see that you're here today and you're sharing, you know, like this is me, this is my life, and I'm sharing. So that's so much growth, and I appreciate that I'm sure it's encouraging somebody who's somewhere. So was there any other challenge that you faced even as you continued with different people in your life?
Well, there was the challenge of, being in a boarding school. You know, you're with boys. They are strong. They want to do things that are manly daring. So when people are running outside and everything, there's that challenge of, if I do this, I know on Monday I won't be in class. Then there's this part that people went to shower, all of them together, and I couldn't go. So it was kind of challenging because I am not allowed to like take part in that process of, people are showering cold water, and you're not there, you're not bonding with the people. So I used to be a person of my own self. So when people do things at other times, mine, I do it later. Maybe when it's time for eating, I eat much earlier, maybe at 5, and people are eating at 6. So it makes you feel like there's no one else who is doing this, but only me.
You can relate.
But it grew on me. I felt I just have to go through this. It's only 4 years. So, and I used to say to myself that this is camp. Because so that there's that fear of going to school. It's in a talk. Just say I'm going to camp for 3 months camp, then
I'm back.
Yes.
I like that. Yeah, so you have to actually have something that keeps you going.
Yeah.
You know, something that you tell yourself. You know, yeah, I like that.
Yes. So there are times that I used to go home because of the sickness while I was still in school, and I used to miss a lot.
Yeah.
I even did my history in KCSA hospital.
Sorry. Yeah. So actually, that is another point. So, because you keep you school throughout school, you have had to be out of school,
Yes.
in school. You know, as you were saying earlier, there are times you in a whole term you have gone only 2 weeks.
Yes.
So there was a lot of that. So you're saying that when you're doing your national exam KCSE, you are in the hospital.
Yeah.
You're one of the
Part of
papers.
it, yeah.
Yeah, some of the paper that you were actually in the hospital.
Yes.
How was that?
There was it was kind of discouraging.
Yeah.
Because other people have already done it. That paper for 8 to 11,
Yeah.
and you are doing it in 11. That period of a short break. So it messes with you because there's that morning paper. You're supposed to do it morning, then you do it
in the afternoon.
in the midday.
Midday.
Yes.
Wow.
So it was not okay, but I turned out fine.
It turned out well.
Yeah.
Amen. That is just amazing. It's just amazing that you did your KCSE in hospital, part of it, and you still did well. You still did well for you to even be in campus right now, in college right now. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mama, what are some of the challenges that you faced? Yeah, with all this. I'm trying to think. I don't know, financially, how is it? Because you have to keep going to hospital every month.
Yeah, it's
Casting crowns, lifting hands, bowing hearts is all we've come to do.